Hey there, UltiZeta here. Welcome back to more or less play Pokemon Scarlet. In the last episode, we started the Elite Four and beat all four of these bozos, and only one. You're not a bozo. You're stupid. You're annoying. I'm indifferent. And in this episode, we're gonna go fight Gita of the Elite Four. Well, I guess of the champion. She's the champion. She's La Primera. She's the finest champion of all. She's the best of the best. So we fight her on the rooftop. Time for the ultimate climax of everything. Sort of. Hello, Gita. Welcome. Gives me great joy that you managed to make it all the way to the pinnacle of the Pokemon League. The final test is a battle against me, the top champion. To pass, all you need to do is win. Before we get started, I should apologize for one thing. You see, I have a trait that some might say is inappropriate for the League chairwoman. I am utterly incapable of holding back when it comes to Pokemon battles. Maybe that's why nobody's passed this test recently. It's a bit of a problem, to be honest. But you might manage something wonderful like Champion Nimona did. So are you ready for your final test? I want to see the true measure of your talent. That's a whole lot of talk for somebody who's infamously one of the worst champions in recent history. Everybody makes fun of Gita. And there is validity to it. But I'm hoping that because I'm a little under-leveled that it might be a little trickier. We'll see. We'll see if the mockery holds true. Use Lumina Crash. My special defense harshly fell. That's not good. Uh-oh. Fast move. Well. Okay. That sucks. Why did all the lighting change? Alright, well, Bezel, go. I guess. Use Reflect. Okay. Can you please let me fight you now? Using the crash again. But it didn't do that much damage to me this time. So that's good. Either I'm very unlucky or that just automatically harshly lowers special defense, which is a very strong move, if so. Avalugg is next. Which is an interesting choice. I think it's just Ice type? Well, it's unfortunate that I don't have Yol, but... Try and send out Flamenco. What are you gonna hit me with? Earthquake. Okay. I'm gonna try an Aqua Step first. I know it's not gonna kill it, but I want to get some speed up. Not against this thing, but just in general. Ow. Well, now that I have speed up, now I'm gonna close combat. Okay, that did nothing. Why did that do so little? That's why that did something. Yeah. Okay. Although that did a lot less too, so I think this thing's also just incredibly bulky, which is a problem. Bye. Wait, don't use Earthquake on me. Okay. I just realized what I was doing there. Hey, that... I must be getting that backwards. Wait. What the hell kind of move is Body Press that it's super effective on me? I thought body press was just normal. I'm confused. I'm just gonna hit you with this and hope you die from it. Okay. We send out King Gambit. The evolution of Bisharp. It gains strength from the fallen. So the gimmick with this guy is that the more Pokemon on the team that is dead, the stronger they are. So because this is the third Pokemon coming out, they're like 2 times stronger or something like that. So realistically, you would want to send this guy out last. But unfortunately, that's not what she does. So he's not as strong as it could be. I'm starting to get a bit of a problem without reviving anybody. Alright, King Gambit's down. You're gonna send out Veluza. I'm fine with this. I think you're forced to do so? No, you're not forced to do this. I don't know why you're doing this. Whatever, discharge. Bye! You're gonna send out Go-Go. Why didn't you send out the Go-Go the first time? That would make way more sense against an electric type. Whatever, I'm gonna Volt Switch and get out of here, otherwise I would need to swap anyway. And that at least gets me a little bit of chip damage. Bezel's probably fine for this. Use Play Rock. Oh, I've only got special attacks, so what do I want to use? Well, everything's neutral. I don't want to lower my special attack just yet, though, so I'm going to go with Shadow Ball to start. That was a crit. Not great. Apparently that was a devastating blow, though. For me. Okay. Again, the important thing here with Bezel is that Bezel doesn't take much damage. So Bezel's perfectly fine to just kind of keep going right now. Alright. One more hit, just do it. And now her final Pokemon. One of the reasons why everybody makes fun of Gita. It's Glimmora. Now, this is when you're supposed to first find it, or see it. This rare Pokemon that you've never seen before, supposedly. But the DLC kind of ruined it. It's Glimmora, we've seen this thing, we remember this thing. And the other reason why people make fun of Gita is because of the order of all this stuff. People are like, oh, she can't, she's like, oh, she holds back. And whatnot. But, or like, she can't hold back or whatever, but like, she doesn't use her team to their strongest of abilities. She sends out King Gambit in the middle, who would benefit most from being the last Pokemon sent out. Meanwhile, this thing, every time you hit it, it drops spikes. So you would think that you want to send that out first, such that every other opponent that it ever uses... Ow. Okay. Every other opponent it ever uses is now having to deal with toxic spikes. But it never does that, so it just kind of comes across as... awkward. I think I'm gonna have to hope with Mangoria here. I am higher level than it, but I don't think I'm gonna be faster. I don't know if Terra Dragon's gonna help me in any capacity, so I'm just gonna start with an Energy Ball. Sludge Wave. Uh-oh, I should have Terra Dragon. Okay, I should have Terra Dragon. Okay. I was thinking it was just a Rock type. And that's a bit of a problem for Plume. Alright, I need to max revive. I'm max reviving Flamenco. And if Plume survives this, use Terra Blast, so Terra Rock. This is the move that changes depending on your Terra type. Okay, Plume did not survive this. Of course you got it! Fuck you. Shut up. Well, the good news is this battle does... If you don't look it up beforehand, so that you have the best starting person out, because I did kind of lose Zol instantly. I'm Terra Water Aqua Stepping. The good news is, there is difficulty here. And I saved before this, so if I fail, I can just reload the save. Dazzling Gleam. Well, I'm glad I got rid of my fighting type. I learned my lesson. Alright, that'll up my speed. I should be able to kill you now. See, there's the Toxic Spikes. So it's like, imagine fighting this thing first, and then, you know, having to deal with Toxic Spikes the entire game. The entire time. And then when you get all the way through everything else, you got King Gambit and it destroys you with, like, super powered moves. Like, that's like that's the reason why people make fun of Vita. But I survived, and I think the people who are really, really making fun of her are people who are experts at Pokemon. And that's not really what I am. I'm good at Pokemon, but I'm not great. And we defeated Gita. I think everybody can agree, though, she's no Cynthia. Such overwhelming power, such amazing skill. It seems Paldea has gained another wonderful trainer to be proud of. Hi. I did it. Can I wear something other than these orange pants now? Well, we became champion. But that doesn't mean we're done yet. It's Nimona! I can tell just looking at you. You did it, right? You became a champion? Yes. I knew it all along. I got word from La Primera when you cleared the elite test. That was literally like 2 minutes ago at the most. Oh man, Ulti, I'm a champion and now you're a champion. Yes. We're true equals, you and me, both champion-ranked trainers. This is amazing. I got one thing to say. Let's you and me be best rivals for life. You know what rivals do? Battle their absolute hearts out. I'm gonna hit you with everything this time. Do wait a moment. The champion assessment only just ended. I believe a rest is in order for Champion Ulti, Quaquaval, and the others. Champions must be understanding towards their opponents. Right. There I go, getting overexcited again. Is this roadside really the setting you two want your first battle as true equals and rivals? Now you mention it, that's a good point. In that case, can we use one of the Pokemon League battle courts? Surely there's somewhere more fitting. A place with special meaning for the two of you, perhaps? How about Mesagoza? The place where we set out on our journey. Remember back when Director Clavel explained the treasure hunt? You know how he told us to go in search of our own treasure? Well, I know what treasure I got out of all this. I found a true rival, someone who could stand up to me at my full capabilities. I mean you. That being said, I'll be waiting for you at the battle court in Mesagoza's Central Plaza. I am known as La Primera, but even when facing me in the final test of her champion assessment, Champion Nimona didn't reveal her full might. In you, I suspect she has found someone she can battle without holding anything back. So here's something I want to discuss. This storyline is not over. We have to fight Nimona, because the ending storylines for every group is you fight them, you know. Arvin's storyline, he's the final boss. Penny's storyline, Team Star storyline, she's the final boss. And thus, for this one, the final boss is Nimona. You know, it makes sense. Within the context of this game, it all makes perfect sense. What pisses me off about this is nothing to do with the game. It is entirely due to the fandom. The people playing these games. Because, you know, people like to play Pokemon games, people like to do YouTube videos on them, people like to do challenge runs. Nuzlocke, where if a Pokemon faints, you can't use them anymore. Ironmon, where you use only one Pokemon the entire playthrough. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't really matter what kind of challenge it is. The point is, people love their challenges for Pokemon games and have for fucking ever. That's just natural. That's inherent. So, this has been something that's happened throughout the entire history of Pokemon, from Red and Blue to Legends ZA. What pisses me off is that usually the typical challenge run in a Pokemon game will be, you know, beat the game. So, they'll go and fight... They'll go and fight the final boss, essentially. So, most of the time, that is becoming the champion, you know? In Pokemon Red and Blue, you fight Blue and win. Or whatever you name him. Gold and Silver, it's usually beat Lance. Although some challenger runs do wind up going all the way to Red as a super final boss because of how that postgame works. So sometimes Red is the final boss, but usually it's Lance. To an extent. Gen 3, it's usually not the Steven Stone refight, it's... If you're playing Emerald, at least, and most people play Emerald because nobody gives Ruby and Sapphire any time of day. They always are like, oh, this game is... Emerald's the complete version, which, to an extent, in some ways it is, and other ways it isn't, and everybody ignores the ways it isn't, and it's kind of disappointing. But either way, it's usually either Steven Stone as a champion, or it's Wallace as champion. Gen 4 is Cynthia, you beat Cynthia and then become champion. Gen 6 is usually beat, what's-her-face, Diantha. And even though there is a mini-fight against... I think it's AZ. There's a mini-fight afterwards, but no one ever cares about that because it's really easy. Then Gen 7 ends with... You get the point, is what I'm trying to say. Every generation has, like, a champion fight to end with. Gen 5 is one of the weirder ones because, like, you end with N and Getsis, who kind of take over the position, but, like, it's still more or less the same point in the storyline. So, like, it still works. There's no problem with it. The problem here is that when doing this game for challenge runs, most people just focus on one of the three stories. They don't do Team Star, they don't do the Titans unless they, you know, want Koraidon to be able to move around and stuff. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think that's inherently a problem. It makes sense to focus on one of the things, especially since most people also really don't like going to the final last quarter, so I think it makes sense for challenge runs to kind of just focus on what has been the case for other Pokemon games in the past. I think that makes perfect sense. I'm not arguing against the idea of, like, doing a challenge run where they're just going for the champion stuff, the champion storyline. They're just doing the 8 gyms and the Elite Four. I think that makes perfect sense for a challenge run to do, if they want to do that. What pisses me off is that every challenge run I have ever seen of this entire game ignores this final boss fight against Nimona. They treat Gita like the end of this storyline. And that is what pisses me off, because Gita is objectively not the end of this storyline. They fight Gita, they win against Gita, and they ignore what happens immediately afterwards. We don't even get like a thing of like, hey, Victory Road is cleared, because it's not cleared. We have to fight Nemona right here. There's another boss fight, and they just ignore it, and I don't understand why. It's like if people were playing a Gen 5 challenge run, fought N, and then didn't fight Getsus immediately afterwards. Like, yeah, Getsus does force himself upon you, but like, it's still relatively about the same amount of time, in theory. More or less, you can come right here. It's crazy to me that, like, challenge runs just ignore, and I feel like that's why people hate on Gita so much, because as a final boss, she is underwhelming. Because she's not supposed to be the final boss, Nemona is, but nobody ever fights Nemona, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off so much about the way the fandom treats, like, this Nemona fight. The challenge runners just, like, they're ignoring the final boss because they just, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's so dumb. But whatever. Everyone's gathering around to watch the two champions duke it out. This is not me angry at the game. I think this is great for the game. I think this really works. I like Nemona a lot. I think she works, and this is gonna be a fun fight. I remember loving this fight the first time around, and I liked fighting Arven, and I liked fighting Penny. And this is Nemona, and I've liked the Nemona fights before. She's got a decent berry team, even though she picks the Pokemon weak to you. She's a fun character. I like this. My complaints here are entirely due to the fandom. Nothing about the game here is a problem. It's just the fact that nobody treats Champion Nemona. She's a champion. She is labeled as champion. Fight the champion. Whatever. Finally, the thing I've waited all this time for. Time to begin our greatest battle of all. The final fight. You might say it, Nemona. Well, I'm gonna Aqua Step. Use Drill Run. Alright. It wasn't really intentional that I had Flamenco out against her Lycan Rock, but it worked out for me, so I'm not complaining. Gonna send out Palmot next. Okay. I'm probably gonna use an electric type move, so let's get out Mangoria. I gotta take this seriously. I don't think I want to keep. I don't want to keep Flamenco out. Used up all its electricity. I don't really know what that means, but I'm probably going after you anyway, so I'm just gonna hit you with Giga Drain and see how much that does. Ice Punch! Uh-oh. Ow. Well, I'm not gonna survive another hit. Mangoria, get out of here! You're in danger! Okay. Gonna use another ice move on me, probably, so I guess I'll send out Bezel. There's Ice Punch. Okay. Psychic's better, a little stronger. Apparently Ice Punch is the best thing you have against me. I'm fine with that. Alright, 2 down. Kind of funny that due to, like, everything, due to the order in which I did all these things, Clavel is, like, the hardest fight for all this. Alright, Earthworm. It's just Steel type, but it's probably about to use a Ground type move on me, because otherwise I don't know why it would be coming out. So I'm going to guess it's using a Ground type move and send out Blue. That's my logic. Because usually, aside from the last Pokemon that they send out, which is usually predetermined, yeah, usually when new Pokemon get sent out, it's because they have something strong on you, you know? Something that they're going to hit you with. Which is why sometimes I'll be, like, surprised of, like, why'd you send this out? I'm just gonna kill you. That sort of thing, you know? Alright, Orthworm's down. A critical hit at a critical moment. Not really, but sure, you can have your scripted dialogue for a crit that didn't matter. That's fine by me. Gonna send out Goodra. What is it gonna use on me? Probably rock type move would be my assumption. So I'm gonna send out Bezel again. Let's see what move this is. It shouldn't do much. Use Ice Beam. Okay. That also works. Now I should be able to. Do I think it's gonna have a move that would... I won't Terra. It's been long enough. Water. Ground type. Okay, didn't do that much. But lowered my actually. Oh, that sucks. I'll hit you with that thing. Ooh, that didn't do that much. Okay. Why is Mangoria suddenly the highest level Pokemon, huh? When did that happen? Why did that happen? If it's using Muddy Water again, I'm gonna send out Plume again. Is that not a ground type move? I think it's water type. You can see why I would have thought it was ground type move. I mean, usually, like, you know, Mud Shot, Mud Sport, those are ground type moves. Well, we'll both switch and get out here then. I mainly wanted just like a bit of a cleaner switch. Okay, it's gonna use ice. It's presumably gonna use Ice Beam on me right now. So I'm going to send out. Let's send out Siobhan. That should be neutral to me. Now I'm going to hope that I'm faster and can Glaive Rush you. But just in case I can't, I'm going to Terra. But I think that will make sure that I stay alive. Because if I'm the Dark type, then whatever Dragon type move it uses on me is probably not going to kill me. Right? I think that makes sense. And if I die, well, that sucks. Dragon Pulse. Yeah! I like Terra a lot more as a defensive thing than an offensive thing. And now, the Dunsparce. It's a 3-segment Dunsparce. I can definitely do this. I'm just like trying to like. The main thing I'm thinking is like I want experience on Pokemon, so I don't want them to die. Is the thing. But I think I'm gonna send out Mangoria because if somebody's gonna not get experience, then Mangoria makes the most sense because apparently they're the highest level, and I don't know how that happened. Hyper Drill. Sounds like a Sonic Colors Wisp. Probably because of Hyper Galwan energy, and, you know, Drill is a Wisp. So that's probably why my mind thinks that. Alright, now... Do I want Flamenco out? Guess so? I'm gonna try and set up a little bit. Raise my attack a little. Coil. Raise its attack. And defense. And accuracy. That's not great. Aqua Step. Get a speed boost as well. Hyper Drill, don't. Fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Should've close combated. Trying to set up. Blech. I guess I just got greedy. Paralysis, that's good. Dragon Rush. Ow. Okay. Well, there goes Plume. Unfortunate. But with the paralysis, that should definitely help. Get the most damage in. Alright. One Pokemon left, and we know what it is. It's Skeledirge. We're gonna fight with everything we got. Alright. I don't know if I'm faster, probably not, but I'm gonna try. Shining blazingly bright, my greatest treasure! I have no idea the speed of Skeledirge is the thing. So I just don't know if I'm gonna be faster or not. It's higher level than me, so... But, like, it really could go either way. Get ready to see how strong Skeledirge has grown. Use Torch Song, alright. Darn. That's definitely gonna hit me with this Terra and whatnot. It's gonna kill me is what I meant. Alright, sorry, Siobhan. I'm gonna go for a Gambit. On a Steel type. So use Torch Song on me. Fuck you! Well, I think I lose now. Lose as is, at least. Am I don't know. I'm gonna see if I'm faster. Okay, I am faster with Zol. That really sucks that he didn't use a fire move on me. Why didn't you use a fire move? I guess because it just had multiple moves that it could have used. Just very frustrating. It was a Gambit. It was a Gambit. So we know it's 4 moves now. Torch Song, Earth Power, Shadow Ball, and whatever Dark-type move it was. So those are its various moves. We know that. So what is it going to use now? It senses that I'm water fighting. So it's not going to use Torch Song. It's not going to use Shadow Ball. I think it's probably going to use Earth Power on me. But I think I can survive that? So I'll go for an Aqua Step. It's faster than me, that's survival. Use Shadow Ball as well. Ow. Well, if this speeds me up enough, I do win. Or I can just kill you in one shot. That works too. I wasn't expecting that part. Okay. 1 max revive to win, but still 1. That's the important part. Gasp. None of these people existed in the actual fight itself. Only in cutscenes. You did it! This is legit incredible! You're the strongest out there, Ulti! There's a Tauros. I mean, you'd not be flat, and I was giving you absolutely everything I had! Everything I... Ha-ha! Oh man, Pokemon battling, am I right? It's so much better, so much more fun than I ever even knew. Thanks for that incredible match. You beat me for real this time. Yay. Friends. Now let's give ourselves a minute and have a quick break, Ulti. For round 2. Yeah, I gotta beat you without using a max revive. Which Pokemon should I bring out this time? Decisions. If I told Nimona that I had, like, 26 other teams to fight with her with, she would just go insane with happiness. And see, this is when we get the credits. Victory Road complete! Complete, guys! Complete! That's when it's complete! Fight Nimona in your challenge runs! Yo, Arvin here. Bow wow. Down, boy, don't jump like that. Seems like hearing your voice has old Mabosstiff worked up. Yeah, my voice. I'm so chatty and talkative. Oh, but that's not why I called. I nearly forgot. You remember what we talked about before? About going to Area 0? Yes. Of course you do, you little know-it-all. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? Well, all the efforts you've been putting in around Paldea has really helped you make a name for yourself. Build up some goodwill, that's for sure. So I've been able to secure 2 allies who want to go to Area 0 with us. That should have us ready to tackle anything. So now all we gotta do is just get there. First step, we'll be gathering at Area 0. I'll be ready and waiting at the 0 gate. I'll send you the location on your phone, too. Don't leave me hanging forever. It's this place. Don't you know that place? The giant disco ball. Of course you know that place. We'll be waiting. Oh, wow, wow. Alright, so we now have our next destination for the 4th and semi-final part of the game. I say semi-final because of DLC, but, like, if not for DLC, this would be the true end to the game. Because once we beat the 3 quest lines, we have this to wrap it all up. Because we still have to figure out what's going on with Arvin's mommy issues. So, let's find out where exactly we're going in the next episode. We're going over here. So, I'm going to fly to Medali, because that's pretty close. And next time on Let's Play Pokémon Scarlet, we are gonna go... not beat the game, because it's probably gonna take... my estimate is 2 episodes, but it could, in theory, be 3. I wouldn't put it past. So, yeah, next time on Let's Play Pokémon Scarlet, we will go to Area 0. Eerie Impulse. I think it's that direction. Yeah. It's this direction. I'll just get a little closer, why not? But yeah. We're almost done with the main part of this game, and I have been having a very good time. Barring a few Team Star exceptions. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. It honestly feels very rare for me to even have, like, to have, like, a playthrough of this game that is, like, not 100% negative. You know, I've been having fun. I've been having a good time. I like my Pokemon team. Everything's been going well. So, yeah. Next time on Let's Play Pokémon... Scarlet. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet, we're gonna go to Area 0. See you guys then. Bye-bye!